There are a couple more panels that I would like to go over, and these are the Media Browser panel. As we saw before, all you really have to do is navigate to where your media is, and then just click on the folder that has the media, and the media will appear in here. Notice that this one is showing us Panasonic P2. I can go ahead and click the audio, and it's showing me the MP3s. I can select this multicam, and it's showing me these QuickTimes or stills. I have these photos from Chicago, and it's showing them to me as JPEGs. I can also change which files I would like to see, and I can change also view as either file directory or AVCHD or whatever it is that I have. Notice that when I select the P2 folder, it shows view as Panasonic P2. To use these, as we saw before, all I have to do is click on them and drag them to the project panel, or I could just go ahead and double click it. It opens in the source panel, and from the source panel I can use it in the timeline. If I go ahead and do that, let me just show you real quick. If I go ahead and do that, as soon as I add it to the timeline, it gets added to the project panel as well. In here we see other panels. There's an info panel that shows us important information on any file that we happen to have selected. Start, end, duration, etc., and also properties on the particular file. In here, for example, it's telling us 29.97 frames per second, the frame size, pixel aspect ratio, etc. So in many cases, the info panel really helps us with our editing. The effects panel is a panel that we're going to be visiting a little bit later on. In here is where we can choose whatever effects and transitions we want to add to our clips. The history panel, on the other hand, is what we can use to go back as many steps as we have set in our preferences. In this case, we could go back to New Open Project. Notice that it's going step by step with everything that we did, from New Open to Create Sequence 01, Import Clip, Create Sequence, etc., etc. Every single panel has a panel menu, and that is this icon here. If you click on it, you're going to see that there are different options. For example, I could delete different things in here, and I could totally clear the history. If I clear the history, I won't be able to go back any steps. Going back step by step is identical to doing Control-Z on Windows or Command-Z on the Mac, which is of course undo. That is the same thing as edit, undo. There is one panel that I would like to show you that is not showing right now, so I'm going to go Window, Metadata. This is going to show you metadata information on any clip that we happen to have selected. In this case, is Boy on Beach. This is very similar to what is showing in the project panel, except it's showing it in a different display. And of course, I can also analyze it. More a little bit later on the speech-to-text transcript, where we're going to be transcribing a script.